It is wet and nasty this Sunday morning. Why don't y'all come down here with me to my shop? I'm gonna try to straighten this bumper out on my front end. Let these metal halides come on. They're about to get changed out though. It's coming. So for about over 3 years now, I have focused on basically just working in the woods and YouTube, and that's it. I have neglected a lot of other stuff, like my shop here. I have a very nice shop here that I've kind of let go. But I'm in the beginning process of now working on getting it back in order. And I got a lot of work to do, a lot of work. Well, it takes a lot of work to make YouTube and to grow it to a productive channel to where it's a complete business and it's self-sufficient and all that stuff. Just like any business, anybody that's a business owner knows and understands what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna crank my 5075E up right here right quick, and I'm gonna pull it down to the end down here. I'm gonna pull my truck in behind me. I'm gonna try to straighten the bumper up on it a little bit where it don't look so bad. So you see it, that happened, I think back in October. I hit 2 deer 2 days in a row. See all the deer hair right there? It ain't fixed. I don't think it's gonna get fixed. I'll explain that here in a little bit. So I'm gonna let y'all kind of watch this whole process. I've got my wireless mic on, so the audio ought to be really, really good. I'm just gonna take and I got the tractor off right now. I'm just going to take and hook a chain to it and try to pull it out a little bit. It has hurt my fuel mileage really bad. It makes me really sick too. It's a brand new truck. It costs a lot of money. The truck don't belong to me. The truck belongs to the company, TDK, which some people ask, what does TDK stand for? That's Tim, Kevin, and Derek, and we're brothers. But my dad owns it. My dad owns a logging company. None of us own any part of it. And I get asked about that a lot. I've been asked directly about this. Well, you're part of it. Why don't you get it fixed? Well, in actuality, I'm not part of it. I just work for it is all I do. I've got a clevis around here somewhere. But it's very aggravating to say the least. Because this happened back in October and it hadn't been fixed yet. And like I said a while ago, I don't think it's gonna get fixed. I don't like to ask for things. If this was my fault, that's one thing. But I didn't have anything to do with this, man. I can't help that a deer run out in front of me. And I don't want to drive a truck around looking like crap for the next 15 years. So I'm going to try to pull it out the best I can. Because it ain't much to that thing. I'll probably do it just like this right here. See that? See, this bumper's high enough to where the deer, when they run through here, they run through low, and it caught them low. I'd love to have me a ranch hand or something on here and change it out. And I got a guy over in Georgia, Hunter Hyde, that gets some ranch hands and get me one. But here's the thing. I ain't paying for it. I ain't paying for it. It's tough, man. It's aggravating. All this stuff behind here is tore up. This cooler, I think this bottom cooler, somebody can tell me, I think it's the after cooler. It runs a length and it's only about that tall. It's thick. Had somebody say that was a transmission cooler, but I don't think that is correct, because I watched a video of a guy that had done some work on his Dodge, and he had changed that thing out, but it's smashed in. I don't know, y'all see, I don't weigh 165 pounds. If Ram, Dodge, whatever, would have put a little bit more metal in there, it would not have tore up all this. It got all my sensors. See, there's one of my sensors right there that go right there. Tore all of them up. And just sick. I'm sick because I know it ain't gonna get fixed. And I'm just gonna have to drive it like this. Just try to get it where it looks a little better. It'd be a lot better video if I just hooked to it and just snatched the whole thing off. That would be cool. All this plastic in here is tore up. What that is, that's makes the wind go right in and into those coolers on the bottom right there. My air conditioner condenser here on the front, right above that cooler I was just talking about, it's got a big bow in it. Of course, I talked about how not seeing many deer this year. That's actually a good thing. Maybe we won't hit as many deer around here from now on, because they sure tear up a lot of stuff, man. That's about as good as it's gonna get right there. Like I said, it affected my fuel mileage too, this being smashed in. I'll probably hit another one this week, because when I hit the first one, Chad and I pulled it out, and the very next morning on another road, had another deer run out in front of me, hit it. The first one I hit was in the city limits. He ended up laying dead in the doctor's office parking lot. And I wish I could just snap my fingers. You know, we're at the end of January. I wish I could just snap my fingers and get me a bumper for the truck. But I work for TDK, and this is the only thing that I get. I get a truck to drive, and I get my cell phone bill paid. I don't have any insurance, no health insurance. I pay $800 a month in health insurance for me and one of my daughters. And Jill has the other daughter on her insurance. And that's it. That's it. 45, I've worked all my life. I can remember, I was thinking back the other day, I'm gonna take y'all and show y'all some stuff. I can remember when I was 8 years old, my Uncle Monroe, he died when I was 8, but I remember when Dad was first trying to start piddling with logging a little bit, cutting some trees down, that we were cutting some trees on where my Uncle Monroe lived. And I can remember waddling around with my Uncle Monroe and him showing how to use a measuring stick. How many of y'all have ever used a measuring stick? Not a tape, a stick, a hickory stick that's been cut to length and had notches with a knife cut in it to measure great logs with. He taught me how to do that when I was, before he died, when I was 8, and he would mark them, use that measuring stick to mark them with, and he would mark them with a little hatchet and notch the tree, and that's where Dad would cut the log off. I remember doing that way back, and I have worked for Dad now for right at 30 years full time in the woods. And like I said, me and my brothers, none of us have ever been offered for anything to be a part of the company. And my dad was not a logger. He worked at a plant here in Columbus, a manufacturing plant in Columbus, for 33 years. He didn't retire from there till 2001. And so that's a little bit, a lot of y'all already know that history, but that's about as good as I can do right there. It's like, you know, I get to thinking about things sometimes, and things really get to bother me. And just really frustrated because I wonder, did I make the right choices doing what I'm doing? Because right now at this point, me nor my brothers know what the future holds for us, and or anything like that. My dad will be 72 this year, so it's just a lot of stuff, you know, going on. A lot of you don't know. And but one thing about it is, I have always been a survivor and have always been able to make money. And that's the thing, Jill and I don't make that much money. We're very frugal with how we do things and are very smart with our money. And y'all listen to this right here, the young people out there, y'all listen to this and listen close. I'm 15 years from 60 right now. The last 15 years went by that quick. Before Jill and I got married, when I was in my early 20s, I used to hang around with a lot of, I wouldn't call them older, I would call them experienced people. And I listened to those people. That's who my friends were. I mean, these were retired people, people I used to fish with and stuff like that, and do some hunting with too. And they told me certain things about money and about investing, RAs, stuff like that. So in my early 20s, before Jill and I ever even got married, I had 3 IRAs going. Well, this place here where Jill and I live, I bought the land in 2002, paid $60,000 for the land. And we built the shop first. We lived in here for about 3 months while we were finishing the house. The shop's a 40 by 60. It's a Seco building. Got 16-foot walls on it. It's got 6-inch concrete. It's heated and cooled, central heat and air. we lived in here for a little bit. I've got a full bathroom over here with a shower and everything in it. And we finished the house. Our house is 2,400 square foot. No, our house is a little over 2,500 square foot. The house is a little bit bigger than the shop is. And so we got in it, and we had been in it. We financed it for, like, at that time the interest rate was like 5% or a little over 5% for 15 years. We had been in it a little while. The interest rate dropped. We talked to them, and well, the bank called us about refinancing again, and so I said, well, I'll do it if it's beneficial, but I'm not paying all the closing costs again. So we ran the numbers on it. It was going to be very beneficial to refinance it again it was like 4% or something like that for 15 years. And we were going to come out really good on it. And they agreed. We didn't really do any closing costs whatsoever since we had just done it. So this house, our place here, Jill and I sacrificed a lot to do this, but we paid this place off almost 3 years ahead of time, Jill and I did. So we're sitting here and got this entire place. I paid, like I said, $60,000 for the land that I bought here, and bought it from an individual, just somebody that I knew he's wanting to sell some land, and bought it, and then have done what we've done and fought and everything, and put money back and saved, and adding to those RAs, and 2 kids cost a lot of money. But listen to people that are older than you are about what they say about money, because it's money now. It's very important because they know what you need to do to make it at the end there, and how to be able to one day, if you're gonna retire or whatever you're gonna do one day. I am the oldest of the siblings, and I'm gonna want out. Whatever happens, I'm gonna want out one day before they do. I mean, I'm 10 years older than my sister is, and I'm not gonna work. I don't want to work way on up, but YouTube has been really good to me in where I'm at now with it. But I've kind of got to adjust now that I've got my YouTube all established to where it is now. I've got to adjust a little bit. I'm wanting to do more filming here inside my shop and stuff like that, projects and different things. That way I'm not trying to hammer it so much to where I'm neglecting things here. But I know I probably bored the heck out of y'all with this, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'm gonna let y'all go. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters. One more thing before I close this video out here. I do read all the comments, all of them, even the bad ones when they come through. But today's video just got one come through. This guy comments a good bit on my stuff, but he dropped a good one today right here. It's a quote. It's what it is. And the guy's name that copied it and then posted it in the comments here on today's video, which is of me cutting down the big pine with the chainsaw. It says, a human being should be able to change a diaper, plan an invasion, butcher a hog, con a ship, design a building, write a sonnet, balance accounts, build a wall, set a bone, comfort the dying, take orders, give orders, cooperate, act alone, solve equations, analyze a new problem, pinch manure, program a computer, cook a tasty meal, fight efficiently, die gallantly. Specialization is for insects. Robert Heinlein. That's from Steam Fan 71 posted that right there in a quote. If you, I mean, that's pretty much hits the nail on the head. Any good leader that I can think of that knows the deal has those qualities like that. It's very cool to read that. Very, very cool. So just thought I would share that share that with y'all. Y'all be good.